Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Market Prep. I hope you're having an amazing morning. Hopefully, you guys had an incredible day yesterday. Good morning, Peter. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Carlos. I've had quite a morning.
I'm
doing okay. I had a monitor fail on me yesterday, and let me tell you, a little lesson for everybody out there. One of the things we talk about in P Capital Boot Camp, you just saw the ad for, is that your trade book is a lot more than just your trading strategies, right? It's about your entire setup. It's about making sure you're ready. Think about this like a business. And one of the things you need to do, especially when you run a setup like me, where I've got 6 active monitors, they fail. I've been trading for 8 years, and I've probably been through about a dozen monitors. And if you see behind me here, I feel like I'm running a used monitor warehouse. Peter's Best Buy. You want a monitor? We got LG. We got Acer. We got whatever you want. Anyways, because I had a spare monitor, but I bought it, and I didn't like it. I had to install it yesterday because I had one that was overheating. It would overheat and start to turn itself off, which seems to happen with these things. Anyway, so I replaced it, didn't like it. So I went out and bought 2 more so that I'd have one to replace it with and a spare. So now I've got monitors everywhere, but always good to have a spare. Keep things around because you never know. This is why I have 2 internet connections. I've got a universal power supply in case the power goes out, which has happened over the years. I've had it happen a couple of times. I got spare monitors. I've got an extra PC running here. You don't take any chances, man. This is my livelihood. So, I keep spares. So there you go. There's your Friday lesson. Keep extras. You never know.
There it is, my friend. Be prepared. All right, let's take a look. Our gap slips got stuff in the red and the green again. I think some of these are just don't belong here. So it looks bigger than ever today. I mean, look at this thing. So we'll see what's happening there. We're looking at the overall market. Let's focus on that instead. We are getting a little bit of a drop. We had been having such a great week so far, if you look at the rally, but a bit of a sell-off coming in right now. So we'll see what's happening with that. Peter, let's go to economic data. What do we have going on today on this Friday?
Well, we have a couple of things right now. In fact, I've been so distracted, I haven't even looked at the numbers. Building permits and housing starts came out just a few minutes ago. Let's talk about those numbers. The housing starts are expected to be at 1.34 million. It came out at 1.24 million. So about 100,000 less housing starts. And the building permits were down by about 30,000. 1.43 million was the expected. 1.4 million was what was delivered, or 1.42. Anyway, so basically, housing starts and building permits are down. Now, normally, that should be a cooling of the economy. I don't know. The SPY, I don't see much movement. I don't think the market cares about that. It hasn't moved yet, anyways. We are heading a little bit downwards, but that was happening before these numbers came out. The only thing we have later today is the consumer sentiment at 10. Again, not a thing that's going to move the market. And then Goolsbee is speaking at 1:30, 1:25-ish this afternoon. So, probably not also. Unless, Goolsbee says something crazy, which really hasn't happened in quite a while. It used to be fun when some of the Fed speakers would just go like off the rails and they would say things. And then you'd get the chair that would come back and have to correct them. And that they seem to have got all the horses in line. That doesn't happen anymore. So, all right. So it should be steady as she goes on this Friday. I don't know. It's a quiet one. We should have a little bit, hopefully, of some movement in our standard stuff because there's really not a lot of earnings, not a lot to talk about. But anyways, we'll see what we can find for you and get things going. Again, I'm not worried because these are the days that I like the best. You don't get all stuff that's moving really hard and heavy. Good trading for me. So let's get to it.
All right, absolutely. Market here is still dropping a little bit, down almost 0.5%. It was in the green this morning and just kind of getting a little bit of a drop there. So we'll see how that continues. Looking at our gappers list, let's go through this and see if we can find some good stuff. I don't like to take our names. I could tell some of these are going to be under more on the garbage side, but we'll see. CING this morning. We'll start there. This is up 95% today, and we saw this. No, was it yesterday? We might have saw this yesterday, but up 95, 92%, 13.4 million shares traded. Hard to borrow. It is a low flow stock sitting at 300,000 shares. Flow is what I show here on our tradingterminal.com. What's the news, Peter? Looks like it got going yesterday, got some volume. Today they're looking to go even higher.
Yeah, there's a company called Singulate, which is a biotech, and they got the European patent for treatment of ADHD. Squirrel. What? Maybe I should look into that. But that's the news that's got them moving upwards. Like you said, I don't know that it's. I don't know how tradable it is. I didn't watch it yesterday, so yeah, not sure.
Yeah.
I don't even remember anybody in the room mentioning it, which is odd if it was really moving. The price action looks pretty difficult from yesterday. So while they've got volume here pre-market, and yesterday, clearly they had tons of volume. What was their volume yesterday? Oh my goodness. 105 million. Yeah, 105 million compared to a normal volume of like a couple 100,000 shares. Yeah. That's big. So yeah, it might be in play. It might be moving, but I would have to keep an eye on it to see. I don't like the price action, despite the volume. Price action doesn't look great pre-market.
Yeah, it sure does not, guys. Be careful. This thing is bouncing back and forth here, pretty aggressive. So low flow stock as well. So you want to be very cautious with this one. This could be our low flow of the day. I'm going to add it here just for entertainment purposes. I'd love to see how this looks a little bit later. Again, it is up 95% and 13 million shares traded. So heavily played this morning. But again, white gloves on that one. Be very, very cautious. RILY this morning up 22%, 907,000 shares traded. Big pop right now. It's just out of nowhere. So I don't know if there's news breaking out now. I mean, volume is not great. It is a lower price stock. So again, it can get 20% very easily here. It's got all the flags. Hard to borrow. SSR. No inventory for sure on this one. Peter, what's the latest and greatest?
I don't know why it's popping up, to be honest. This is a low float. I mean, there's only 15 million shares in the float here. And the news that I see is that they are under an SEC probe. That would be a bad thing, wouldn't it?
That's a bad thing.
The SEC's opened an inquiry into this franchise and into this lender, basically. I would think that that's bad stuff, especially being that they're in the fashion industry, which is temperamental to begin with. But I don't have anything more than that. Why it's popping up is a mystery to me.
Yeah. I don't like it. We need more information on this. We'll have to put it aside for now, and then we'll come back to it if anything. Next, go ahead.
It could just be, just looking at the price action here. It could be when that probe was announced. And I'm just looking at the daily action. The RILY's been going down for quite a while here, since mid last year. It could be a bunch of shorts that are, frankly, this is just a sort of a pre-market short squeeze. Because if you're short on this, you do not want to be in it when there's a probe. While it might bring the stock down even more, being that you're down at $6, here compared to presumably you got in somewhere, a few months ago even, and you could have got in at 25, 30, 35. You might just want to say, you know what, that's good enough. Last thing I want is to be tied up in this thing forever. So it could just be a short-term short squeeze. But I'm just speculating. Really don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, what did I do with this? We're going to put it. Let's get rid of it. Actually, I don't want to hear. I don't want that on my watch list. We'll come back to if anything looks good. You guys call it out, so we'll take a look at it again. Let's look at RKLBs, the next on our gap burst list here, and this is up 2.7, 1.5 million shares traded. Rocket Lab, we've seen this plenty of times before. I have never actually traded this one. Peter, I know you might have, or maybe talked about it before in the past, but what's going on with them today?
No, Lunar is sort of my favorite space one that I've been looking at. But Rocket Labs, as you said, it has been on the list. I haven't traded it myself. There is news this morning. They had a successful launch out of New Zealand. I I'm not sure why this launch is special, to be honest. It's their 52nd launch of their Electron rocket. They launched another satellite on the Capella range. Anyways, I don't know. These are all like, they're launching rockets. We're putting so many satellites into space. It's got to be crowded up there. They already say that there's like garbage circling the planet, right? And stuff like smashing into each other. And I don't know what's going on. Anyways, they had a successful launch, but again, it's their 52nd. They're expecting a lot more in 2024. Yay. I don't know. I'm not sure what to expect of it. Haven't really watched it intraday. I did look at, just look back at yesterday. Didn't look like the trading price action was that great, but sometimes it can be hard to tell just based on the chart. But I didn't love the chart. Very wicky, small bodies. It didn't look like a good trading environment for me. So if you like it, by all means. It's not quite a low float. I think what was the float on this one? I think it was 40 million. I'm wrong. 303 million. So yeah, so it's not a low float, but I'm expecting it to trade like one.
Yeah. And we see this a lot. Like if you look at, let's zoom into yesterday, right? Did nothing the entire day. And out of nowhere, that big candle you're seeing on the daily is because of this here, right? It's just out of nowhere you get going. So unless you're sitting here watching this for a couple of hours, you just don't know when that's going to happen. It's going to be very hard to time. And we see that a lot. We saw that with a couple of stocks yesterday as well that had a big day. But again, the market open was brutal. So not going to have this one on my list. We'll move on to the next one. It's going to be Eric on deck. And this is Ericsson. And this shouldn't be here, but just if I want to show you what pure barcode garbage looks like, this is it right there. You could probably scan that and get a price of some kind of item or something on Target, but I'm not sure. That just looks, roll the truck, man. Roll the truck. There it is.
Yeah.
Horrible. Not in play. Let's move on to the next one. That's it. That covers our gap up. Peter, anything on the gap up you want to talk about today that maybe it's not on this list?
The gap up, not really. I've got a couple on the gap down. No, I got nothing.
All right, there you go. Let's go down to what's gapping down this morning. LUMN, Luminant Technologies. And if I look at this, we are down 7.4 right now, 821,000 shares traded. We've seen this stock a few times in the last couple of weeks. It's gapping up or down. But today they're gapping down 7.4. I'm not a big fan of it, Peter. What's your thoughts on this one?
I don't know. The only news this morning seems to be the analysts downgrade. Wells Fargo downgraded them from equal weight to underweight in your portfolio. That basically means you should shed some shares if you're holding this. At the same time, though, they revised their price expectation from $1.75 to $4. So they're like, I don't, you guys know how I feel about analysts by now. But and if you're an analyst out there, well, suck it up. But I just don't understand. So if they thought you should hold it when their price target was only $1.75, but it was trading at $6, and now they're downgrading it but raising their price target to $4, it just shows how, frankly, irrelevant these targets are and these analyst statements. There you go, damn analysts, get off my lawn, you analyst. Spray you with the hose. Anyways, yeah,
there it is.
Yeah. It's me.
All right, friends. I don't like it. I'm not gonna have that one on my list. Let's go on to the next one. ASTS. I feel like this has been on our list all week or something. ASTS, Space Mobile. We spoke about it yesterday. Second day play now is down 3.5, 603,000 shares traded. Again, I'm not a big fan of the way these stocks normally trade, so I'm gonna kind of stay away from it. Had a big day yesterday, Peter, but I'm not a big fan.
I was gonna suggest
Did you watch this?
I didn't, but and frankly, Jared gave me hell for not watching it. He said, "When are you guys going to wake up and start watching ASTS?" Big day yesterday, great move. I can't argue with. And he said, Carlos, he did tell me this because he joined me at the close and said, "You guys keep talking about it at the open and then don't watch it, and look what you missed." So he's not wrong. Frankly, we missed this one. So. I didn't have an expectation it was going to do anything fun yesterday, and I was wrong. So I had a great move yesterday. will it continue? I don't know, but I've put it on my long-term list here just because I don't want Jared to yell at me anymore. It really makes me sad. So
Yeah, yeah. Great move yesterday. Could be on a second day play today. Again, just not really my type of stock, but man, this is big. 21-32. So good job, Jared, if you traded that one. Let's look at the next one here. It's going to be AMAT. This morning, AMAT is down 3.1, 471,000. This is another one that could be very wild. It looks like they had some news yesterday, Peter, because I see a lot of action right after the close. Up, down, up, down. A couple of bucks. They're almost $10, right? So what's the deal?
Now you got to get the full picture by looking at yesterday. So they had earnings after the close yesterday, but they had a big run up yesterday. And basically, they completed the expected move based on the option chain, as Jared was pointing out to us, within the day yesterday. So they basically sort of already made the move you would expect them to make on earnings during the market hours, and almost had no choice but to drop. Now, I was just complaining about analysts. Here's my next opportunity to complain about analysts. So the analysts, there's an aggregate number that becomes the consensus number that they expect the company to achieve. The company will say, here's the numbers we think we're going to deliver. The analysts say, well, here's what we think you should deliver. And in this quarter, Applied Materials actually beat not only their own numbers, but what the analysts said. But now the analysts have come back and said, but you didn't beat it by enough. Like, if you wanted them to beat it by more, give a bigger number. Like, this is a fetch a rock program, damn it.
It's a joke.
I hate that. So Applied Materials, basically, their guidance is considered low, but it's just at the low end of expectations for the forward-looking quarter. Is everybody saying, we thought with all the investment you've made in AI, we were expecting a bigger return, but it was not built into the analyst numbers. So again, this stuff just frustrates me. I just shake my head, and I'm so glad I'm out of that world now, because I am old and grumpy apparently. Because but I can be that. I sit at home and I talk to you guys, so you guys have to deal with me. I don't have to put on my political polite face during the day. So, anyways, I feel bad for Applied Materials. They did what they said they're going to do, and even better, they bettered their numbers. And yet, after a good day yesterday, we find them dropping this morning. In fact, lost pretty much all of those gains that they worked so hard for yesterday. So that's the story. I think Applied Materials is in play today. So if you're interested in it, it could be in play. As you all know, when I talk semis, though, so semiconductors, I always go back to my core two in NVIDIA and AMD, because I know they get volume and I know they're going to move. So do what you will with it.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at the next one, guys. It's going to be the PNW this morning. If we take a look at that one, no, shouldn't be here. Only one share traded, so someone made a mistake there. We're moving on down to RY. RY, nope, shouldn't be here. I see Serve is on here as well. Yeah, there's some garbage in there. Serve, it should be here. It is down 3.2, 455,000 shares traded. They just can't seem to sell up, right? They gap up, sell down, gap up, sell down, gap up again, sell down, gap up again, sell down. And today they're actually gapping down. They're going to sell up. I mean, what's the plan here? It's ugly.
We're waiting for those robots to show up. I went to a restaurant last night and they had a delivery robot. Unfortunately, the table, we were at like a big table because I had a big group that I was with last night, and we were right beside the kitchen, so we didn't get the robot. Everybody was disappointed the robot didn't come and deliver us food. But that's just those are the gimmicky robots, right? They put inside restaurants where they put the trays on the robot and the robot goes to the table, when frankly it'd be easier just to walk the damn thing over. Anyways, I find it very amusing, but I guess if it's kitschy and it maybe it gets people to come back. We were dissed by the robot. We were just too close to the kitchen. She could just put it on the table as easily as put it on the robot. Then you have to program in which table to go to, right? So, anyways, so Serve is supposed to be delivering food, though not in a restaurant, but out on the streets. And I still expect disaster to occur. But we'll see. They haven't actually started yet. I think they've been. I don't know if they've actually announced a date for it. when are they supposed to? They're deploying 2,000 of these robots. 100 of them are supposed to be operating currently in Los Angeles. I don't know. Again, I'm asking any of our members who are in LA, please order some Shake Shack food through Uber Eats, and ask for the robot delivery if that's even an option. I don't know, but I want to know. I want to know how it works. Apparently, they are claiming that they are achieving a 99.94% delivery rate, which is significantly better than the human couriers currently. Never thought about it, but I assumed that delivery rates would be very close to 100%. But what happens if you don't get your food? I don't know. I don't order from food delivery services a lot, but I guess it happens. You just order again? I'm not sure. Anyways. Anyways, I'm waiting to hear, some stories of craziness.
Yeah.
Look, in the meantime, Serve in play. If you want to play it, it's getting some volume. It certainly had more, higher than average volume over the last couple of weeks. I still haven't traded, like you said, Carlos. It's doing this sort of weird, like, look at all these red candles that are overlapping. So it'll gap up, move down. Obviously, been moving down all of this week, despite the gap ups. So, like you said, now that it's finally gapping down for the first day, is it going to play up? I don't know. To me, I like my trading boring, and this doesn't fit that descriptor well enough. So,
yeah. All right, friends. Man, it's my list is empty, Peter. I have nothing on here from both this gap up and gap down. Nothing has really caught my attention. I did have, I think it was a CING, CING as a secondary here. So I'm not secondary, as a risky. So I'll put that there, risky pile. But other than that, I don't have anything on this list. So, all right, let's take a look. Peter, anything you like before I go to the crowd here?
Well, I mean, I already mentioned AMD and NVIDIA. They always get volume and they always move. NVIDIA had a pretty good day, decent day of movement yesterday. And if you caught that on the move higher, you'd be happy. Just like if you caught Tesla on the open and traded it long, you would have been very happy. Big move up for Tesla. I did not expect it to move that far, but it had a pretty good day yesterday. I mean, not massive, but it was a nice steady move. So some good play on Tesla yesterday. Other than those three, frankly, I'm going to have to let the markets dictate. I did notice that on the green category, all of our Chinese, sort of online retailers are moving up a little bit this morning. They don't seem to have especially high volume, but if you like Baba or JD or Baidu, they're all seem to be green. Billy, they're all green, marginally higher this morning. So there's some commonality there. Other than that, I'm gonna have to just wait and see, Carlos. Like you said, not a lot on my list. Knew it would be quiet today. Sometimes it's just a scanner day. You just watch the scanners, and if you want free scanners, by the way, tradingterminal.com will give you free scanners. You can let it alert you and tell you when things are moving, when things get to new high of day, turbo breakouts, all those are pre-configured for you, or you can make your own. But I'm going to be watching scanners, I think, today, because not a lot.
Yeah, definitely not a lot. Tesla, going to be adding that to my list. Let's go to the chat. I want to see what you guys like this morning. Let's see what you guys have on deck, and maybe we can come off with a very nice list off of that. So we'll start here in our members chat. We have JD. Let's take a look at JD. And we'll look at Bob as well, my good buddy over on YouTube. Batman and Robin mentioned, was it Batman Robin? No, he mentioned something else, CMG. But we'll look at Baba here. Baba and JD. JD's up 2.8 for 500,000 shares traded. Could be fun. I'm going to put it as a secondary on there. Let's see if that can continue. Yesterday, it gapped up, but it didn't really have a whole lot of movement, right? So you had this initial pop, and it just went sideways very early on. That's not what we want. We're up 2.4. They got another opportunity to do something great here. Let's see if they can take advantage. Bob, on the other hand, did get a better move up just yesterday in the morning. Very active first half, second half just blank. just went sideways, so nothing going on there. They're gapping up again today, 2.8 with 637,000 shares traded. So I do like Bob. It's one of my favorite Chinese tickers to trade, so I'm going to have it on here. Might not be hitting a lot of the criteria that you guys like, but again, I do like to watch this stock. So hopefully can get back to old regular good trading that we used to have. So all right, what else, friends? We're looking at our list here from our members. PLTR looks good for a short. Is it selling off? Okay, PLTR. Yeah, got to be careful with that, right? Yes, it looks good for short now that's selling off, but you just never know at the market open. So just be careful. This stock has been strong over the last couple of weeks. See what the price action gives you at the market open, right? I'm not going to put this on here. It is down 1 million shares traded. Me and PLTR just don't get along. We're not friends, and we're not going to pretend to be here. So yeah, I'm going to skip them. But a lot of people do like this one, so definitely watch it. I think it has some potential, especially down 1.3 here. Now, keep in mind, we've been ripping in the last 2 weeks, right? If you guys remember, go back to the overall market, and a lot of stocks look very similar in the last 2 weeks. On the 5th, the world was ending. If you guys remember that, we're all in panic. Everybody's saying this is over. J Powell messed up, and now everybody is happy, right? 2 weeks later, 2 weeks later, we are breaking records. I think we have had the best 2 weeks this year so far, back to back. So everybody's happy, right? So we went from panic, oh my God, what's going on, to everything is okay, everything is wonderful again. So this could be some profit taking, right? It's a big move in a lot of these stocks. So just be careful on how the market opens. We'll have to see and see what the direction is going to be today. Nvidia, I do have Tesla already. I see Nvidia being thrown out here as well. Boogie Woogie's laughing. It's crazy how you talk about this, Peter. The panics that goes to the market when the moves, right? We're so sensitive to traders are so sensitive, and investors maybe not as much, but on these moves that we're seeing here. Nvidia, every day, 12.7 million shares traded right now, so down 1.2. This will be on my list. It's been on my list every day. I just want to hardcore that into my watch list. But there it is, Nvidia on deck as well. Great active pre-market activity. We'll be watching that one closely. Google, I don't like Google as much. They are in play today, looks like, somewhat. They're down a little bit, 471,000. Google's price action is weird. It always has been to me. So when other things are in play, I'd rather trade that. When like other usual suspects or Magnificent Seven are doing something, I'll go to them instead of this one. It's not my favorite. But when the overall market is pushing things one way or the other, this is going to follow suit. Is this right? Is that their volume yesterday? It doesn't look like this is Google, man. It looks so bad. This is yesterday, right? Am I correct here? Look at the volume.
Yep.
Yeah, that's weird, man. That's just weird for this company to be that big and just to trade so small. I mean, not that big means you have to trade a lot of volume, but this is just not the one for me. All right, we'll go on to Amazon. Amazon does get a good volume here. We're pretty much doing what the overall market is doing right now. It's just a little bit of a sell-off. If you do have space for it, this will be a good one to watch as well. Even Amazon yesterday, something happened. Look how weird this price action is yesterday. Very barcosh like too. Like this is not good. Look at that back and forth between what's that, 20 cents or so. Some really ugly trading in some cases here. That's not typical Amazon. They can trade very well. I'm gonna put them on a secondary for me here this morning. Heading down, Nvidia was good. What else? Walmart. Let's take a look at WMT. No volume. Yeah, it's a good second day play. We gotta wait for the volume to come in here. They usually don't get a whole lot of volume at the pre-market when they're not in play. They were in play yesterday, not today, but second day play on Walmart I do like here if we can get the volume. So it's more of a secondary. I'm going to add it to my main list because we do have space and there's not really a whole lot of stuff to watch this morning. So why not? Let's throw Walmart in there. We got Tesla, we got Bob, we got Nvidia, we got Walmart as well. In our YouTube chat, let's look at a few. IBIT. No, it's got volume. It is up 1.5. How did it trade yesterday? I know we saw this yesterday as well. Big drop into the afternoon hours, man. That is nice. So big drop there. I'm not sure. Secondary for now. We'll come back to that. secondary this morning. If you caught that drop, yes, it did trade very well. So nice drop into the afternoon hours there. Usual suspects, Charlie. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Usual suspects today. I believe Apple is in play today. Let's take a look. Apple. Um, I don't know that it's in play. It's just following the overall market. So I don't think they have any individual news, Peter. I mean, we would have heard of something major at least. I I haven't heard of anything. So I just think just
No, not a
overall
lot going
market
on with that.
movement. Yeah, it's just overall market movement on this thing. Amazon being mentioned again. Yeah, I did mention Amazon. I do have it here on a secondary, and we can always move this up if
I mean,
anything. So I do have
unless
Amazon.
you're a big Fortnite player, I wonder if Aiman still plays Fortnite. He used to, but apparently you can now get it on iPhones in the EU and globally on Android. So
Ah.
I don't think that's going to move the shares, to be honest.
Yeah, it's late. You're late to the game for that. I mean, this game came out how many years ago, right? I think people might have been moved on. At least the hype has moved on to something else, right? Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
But like I check with my nephew. That's not what they're playing right now. They log in once in a while, but there's other things going on now. So late to the party, very late to the party. All right. What else? Looks like a slow Friday. Yes, it is. Looks like a very heavy summer Friday next week. I'm off next week actually. So it's my last day, so I'm off. I'm off for the next 2 weeks. So I'm ready to start my vacation. And looks like the market is as well. I'll start the weekend at least. Okay, friends. That's all we have. Let's go to community events and announcements. Again, Peter, you like these days, so you got to be excited.
Yeah, I don't mind these days at all because it probably means I'm not going to get a trade at the open. But if I stay patient later in the morning, we usually get some good moves that sort of meet my criteria, and I can just get in a trade, wait for it to work or not. But that's trading, and that's the type of trading that I prefer most. If we look at our calendar, well, it's Friday, so we don't have anything happening today in the community other than the live chat room, which happens all during market hours until the close at 4 o'clock today. But next week, we will have our usual slate of activities, starting with our 2 onboarding classes, the DAS Trader Pro, which is important. DAS is a great platform, and a lot of our members use it. Not everyone. But if you do use it, you need some, you could use some help. This would be a great place to ask your questions. Brendan is going to be there to help you out at noon. And this is for all members, by the way. And it doesn't matter what class of membership you've got, you can attend this. And I had to remind myself how things work. Remember I said I had a failed monitor this morning? Well, DAS is one of those applications where it takes the relative position of your monitors and reorients everything based on that. So when a monitor, which was my primary monitor, failed, it automatically reassigned a different monitor as the primary, which means all of my DAS setup moved. And I was like, oh, good Lord, right? It causes problems. I remembered how to recover it, but only because I've had to do it several times over the years in which I've been using the tool. If you didn't know that, you could have been lost and maybe had to rebuild your entire setup. So attend that class if you want information on how to use the DAS platform. That'll be at noon. And then at 8 o'clock at night, Carlos has his onboarding session for all our new members or members who just want a refresher on what they can get out of the community and how to maximize their opportunities. It's also a good place to get tips and tricks on new trading strategies or approaches. Carlos is happy to answer all questions. He usually has a lot of fun with the people that are there. So it's a good session to go to. Good way to start a trading week. Tuesdays, we have our strategy and trade book sessions. Next Tuesday, we will have our one leading with Bruce Pringle, who's going to be early time. Remember, I was telling you about that this week. Next week, it's going to be early time. This is 11 a.m., so during market hours. It's going to talk Bookmap and how you can use it. And then the next week, August the 28th, we're going back to the regular time with a special tax presentation. So it's a good time to start thinking about taxes. You don't want to wait too late in the year, especially if you're in the U.S. It's different in every country, but this is going to be U.S. focused, and we'll have a tax webinar at 8 p.m. for all of our elite members. So that's not the week coming up, but the week after on the 28th of August at 8 p.m. Wednesday is psychology as always, and next Wednesday here at 10:30, we're going to have Kreda talking with us. That'll be exciting. But then next Wednesday evening, we're going to be having Randy Howell, who's going to tell you how to deal with your demons. That's at 8 p.m., the usual time. And then the week after, on August the 28th, we're going to have Mike talking about the trading mindset and how you can leverage that. Can you just go back to the Tuesday session? Did it also say the 28th? Did we have a wrong date on that? See, I thought that said the 28th. It says Wednesday the 28th for the now I'm confused. I think that should be Tuesday the 27th. I'm assuming. We got to confirm that. I will get that confirmed with Mike. He'll know. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. See? There, that's when it should be. I thought it just said the 28th, and it threw me off when I saw the 28th on the Wednesday one. Anyways, all right. So there you go. I think the tax one's the 27th. We'll confirm that for you for next week. And then Thursdays, like we did yesterday, every Thursday, we have our mentorship sessions. We've got 4 mentorship sessions that happen on Thursdays, starting with John at 11, Jared and Megan at 2. Lenny normally does 4 when he can. This week he had to cancel that one, so he didn't do that yesterday, but he'll be back, should be back next week. We anticipate at 4, and then Thor, of course, with his Thursday mentorship session at 8 p.m. So that's what we got coming up for you in the next 2 weeks. Hopefully you'll enjoy all the sessions. If you want to join us at Bear Bull Traders, right? Well, you can always join. We love to have new members. You've got the $1 deal if you're on YouTube and you haven't tried it yet. It's only $1, man. Come on, join. And then you have a chance to win laptop. And if we start getting more likes like we did yesterday, you guys were so close yesterday to getting 2 laptops issued. We did get to the 1,000, but it was after the cutoff time. So rules are rules.
Sorry, everybody. I had to cut you guys off. We had to move on.
Yeah, well, hey, that happens. It's Andrew said very clearly, right? He needed them within that time frame, and we were getting so close. We were like 20 away and couldn't quite seal the deal in time. So next week, guys, we'll try again. There's definitely one coming out, right? As long as we hit that base number, and then hopefully we can get even a second laptop given away. Look forward to see who won this one. Yesterday's laptop we gave away a day late was won by I don't remember the name. Anybody remember? Can't remember who won it, but hopefully they're going to go pick it up. And Julio, that's right, it was Julio. Thank you, Rebel. Yeah, Julio won that. So hopefully they'll go buy themselves a laptop, and we can sort of see another cool video of someone else in the world who's going to be enjoying their free new tool. Oh yeah, there you go. There's Lewis, who won last week. Yeah, he gave us a great video about his how he went and collected it and everything. I'm surprised he went with a MacBook, but why not? If it's free, go get the thing you want. Why not? Make it happen. So, all right. With that, Carlos, let's set some levels. We got time. We're not particularly rushed this morning, but we can set some levels on our favorites here and get ready for this beautiful Friday. Hopefully it's beautiful. It's supposed to rain here all weekend, which is not good because I've got a lot of stuff planned this weekend. But I'm hoping that the rain holds off so that I can do my planned stuff without too much problem.
Yeah. All right, friends. Let's take a look here. Again, not a whole lot on my list. Tesla, Baba, Nvidia, and Walmart is all I have. Let's go ahead and hit that thumbs up, guys. Sitting at 174. Would love to be a little bit higher. I like to end the show before Andrew comes on, at least with 300. At least that seems like me and Peter did our job. And you guys like what we did, and then from there he can take it over and get it to 6, 7, whatever he likes. But at least we got to go in there with 300, or else it's like, what are you guys doing here, right? So help us do that. All right, friends, let's take a look. I forgot to look at a ticker here from one of my good friends, CMG, over on YouTube. He is always on. So let's take a look at that now. It is CMG, Chipotle Mexican, and these guys they're down almost 0.5%. Not that much volume, which is typically the case for them. They don't get a whole lot of volume. I just think the fun is over on this thing, right? The hype, which clearly an overreaction, right? The CEO hasn't even left yet, so I just found that out. He's still there for like another month, right? And he's leaving these guys in really good hands. And if you're a good CEO, when you leave, you should leave a process that still keeps working, right? If you're a bad CEO and everything depends on you, then that's not a good leadership, and that's a problem. So clearly an overreaction, right? Has recovered since then, and we're just going to go back to this boring, nothing going on trading with CMEG. I don't think today you're going to see anything out of it, right? Unless some other news breaks out where this guy decides to leave right now in a rush or something. But he's there for a couple of days, so I don't see much happening there. And we'll look at one last more because somebody's saying here this is moving. Microsoft, our good buddy Pig Wrestler, he keeps changing his icon, so he throws me off every time on YouTube. But he's a good buddy of ours, always on. Here it is. Look, he's a little controversial, but I like it. He's a half a percent down here, 1.3 million shares traded. I just think overall moving with the market. So I'll throw it on a secondary here, but for the most part, it's just overall market move. I do like the volume I see here. Maybe that can spark things and get going. But SPY and the Qs is what we're looking at, right? This is what we're going to be checking out to see where this wants to go today, and then we'll take advantage of the move as possible. So with that, let's get some levels in, friends. We'll start with Tesla this morning. Tesla has been great. Again, just tons of movement. Down 1% this morning, so a little bit of a sell-off here, as you can see. The 211.22 is the low of the pre-market. The high is going to be sitting up here over at 216.15, so slam a level there. And towards the bottom, guys, plenty of stuff, highs and lows for the last 2 trading days as we try to climb out of this range. Well, we did climb out of this one, barely hit this here, and just kind of stuck here right now to seeing what's going to be next. So coming down a little bit towards the bottom, you're set with levels. If we look towards the top, we got a couple of areas. This is a minor area, 221.14. I don't see a whole lot being slammed into that, so just a minor area. The next one here, this one though, 226.50. You got a lot going on there. So a lot of people just running into that. You definitely want to have that on your charts. Let's look at BABA as well. BABA, again, didn't do all that well yesterday, at least for me. High of the pre-market, 82.49. The low of the pre-market is pretty much where the high of 2 days ago was, right? So right over here on Wednesday, pretty close to that. So be on the lookout for that. We can put a level right on there, just 18 cents above that. That one is going to be 81.18 just in case. And then towards the top, let's look here. Towards the top, because towards the bottom, you can see you got the previous day close, highs and lows for the last 2 trading days. You do not really need to add anything. So next level I see here, last time we're hanging out above that previous pre-market high, it's 84.78. So you got a big gap on here. I don't see any other key levels in there. So 84.78 to get levels that you can either go back here to the left. Baba loves this range. Look at this range. These are very big. Look at that. So if you even go back into October, November, you can see that we just kind of hung out, just bouncing back between this 84.78 and this 82.49, which is our pre-market high. So no major levels in here, so I'm not going to mark anything for right now. Just look out for whole dollar numbers if we do break out of this area on BABA. Let's take a look at NVIDIA, our good buddy, who's, again, always trading well. Even the pre-market right now looks awesome. 14 million shares traded. Low of the pre-market is 120.43, and then towards the bottom, you're set as we're climbing out of this. The world is ending, and now everything is great again, right? So you can see that there in the last 2 weeks. Towards the bottom, highs and lows of the last 2 trading days. Do not need to add anything. And then above here, high of the pre-market, 124 on the dot. So 124 there on the dot is your high of your pre-market. Above this, in case we get going, we're looking at 126.68, and then right up here at 131.10. So those are the levels we have on NVIDIA, and that is looking very nice this morning. Look at the bounce we're getting here off the pre-market lows. Let's see if that is going to stick, or are we coming back down and retesting that one more time? So already in the pre-market, if you've been watching it closely, if you have some kind of strategy, you can take advantage of that. And then Walmart, it's more of a secondary. I have it here because I have the space. Maybe a little bit of a sell-off this morning could take place. 72.19 is the low of the pre-market. You do have the highs and lows for the last 2 trading days up here towards the top, so don't need to really mark anything. And this was all-time highs as well, if you guys remember that. So we're sitting here breaking a new record, sitting on all-time highs. Let's see if this wants to go. We do have a nice gap. If the market does decide to be weak, I think you might have a play here on Walmart towards 71.27 at least, and that's $1+ move. So if you can get that, that would be really, really nice. So we'll keep an eye on it. Let's see where the volume comes in at the market open. You're not going to get a whole lot here on this stock. It is a nicey stock here. So again, not much volume pre-market into that bell rings in a few minutes. All right, with that, friends, let's take a look at what our moderators are looking at this morning. Peter, how's this look out there? I mean, our list is light today, not a blockbuster list by any means. What is our team watching?
Yeah, well, we've got a fairly light list so far this morning, but as you would expect, circling around some of the usual characters. Thor's going to be watching Amazon, Nvidia, and Tesla, and of course the market indices, the spies and the Qs. I'm going to be watching my usual suspects in AMD, Tesla, and Nvidia. Secondary, I'll keep an eye on ASTS. I got to because Jared told me to. Singular and Applied Materials, just to see if they do anything interesting. Pierre is going to be watching NVIDIA, AMD, Amazon, and Tesla. Jared, NVIDIA, AMD, Singular, and ASTS. I would give him heck if he didn't have ASTS on there. Aiman's keeping it simple. He doesn't have anything particular, so he's going to watch the scanners. I love it. Susan's going to keep an eye on NVIDIA, Apple, the SPY, and Microsoft. You can see I've got a list of some IPOs and some SPACs that are supposed to open up today. I will let you know if they do, but I don't know. The only one that might be interesting is WRD. This is We Ride, an autonomous ride-sharing service out of China. Might trade with some volume. We'll see if it gets some interesting price action, but who knows? Other than that, let's see who else has got their list. Phil's out there with Microsoft, NVIDIA, Tesla, AMD, and the SPY. Brendan is watching Tesla, NVIDIA, Apple, and Amazon. And Paris, NVIDIA, Apple, Tesla, Amazon, and AMD. We know, despite all of this on his list, he's really watching Tesla. That's what he always watches. He loves Tesla. So, and then the others maybe. And then Brian, I like how his list says the usual stuff. NVIDIA, AMD, Tesla, and Baba. He did get a trade on Baba yesterday. I actually traded that off the open. Probably the only one to have done so, and actually had a really good trade on it. So good for him. But yeah, he's going to be watching it again today. So that's what we got so far. Andrew's not in with his list, but when he does, we'll let you know what that is, or he will let you know directly. For now, yeah, I guess I'm going to go inventory my monitors before the open and get ready here. We'll see what happens. I think it's going to be probably not the best open, but I think it's going to be a decent trading day. Hopefully, I'm right. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, absolutely. Guys, remember today at 10:30, we're going to have Aiman coming on the mic here, so be on the lookout for that. You got live trading with Andrew now at 9:30 and into the market open, and then we are going to have Aiman later today at 10:30. So right after the live trading is done, we'll go a few minutes with Aiman. So get your questions ready. He's going to be talking about a couple of things, and he'll love to answer some of the questions you have over on YouTube, and also go over some of the stuff he has prepared for us. So looking forward to that. Aiman is awesome, man. He is one of the best traders I know. He is very robot-like mechanical with his trading. So looking forward to chatting with him. Other than that, friends, that's my list. Tesla, Baba, NVIDIA, WMT this morning, and then we have Amazon, JD, IBIT, and Microsoft on the secondary. Look at IBIT just go here. Got a nice little pop. I'm not sure what that means, but a little pop there on IBIT. So excellent. All right, wait for Andrew and Brian to hop on in, and we'll switch over to them, my friends. Looking at anything else that we might have missed, I think we got everything covered. Remember, this show is brought to you by tradingterminal.com, so definitely check it out. A lot of great free information on there, so definitely check it out. Scanners and a whole bunch of good stuff. Simulators, you name it, it's on there for you to enjoy. Andrew's texting in chat, how is everyone? So let Andrew know how you're doing this morning. Batman and Robin says, hope he likes cats. Yeah, cats are good.
Sure, cats are good.
Yeah, cats are good. I'm more of a dog person myself, but I don't mind cats. I wouldn't own one, but yeah, let's see here. We're doing great. DV, I think that's what you pronounce that. So we're doing great, man. Thanks for asking. Bo Boris in chat here. Ion Carson, excellent. They're doing great. Oh, they're doing great. Doing good. Beautiful. 262 likes with 710 people watching. We're almost at a 300 goal. We like to end the pre-market show with 300 at least. So help us get there. Really appreciate it. And and then continue to push higher as Andrew and Brian come on this morning. DKNG, Matt, let's take a look at that ticker. I have not seen that ticker in a long time, and every time I look at that ticker, Brian has messed us up. And every time we look at this, we think about King Kong or Donkey Kong, whatever here. But DraftKings is the ticker, and I don't know if they're in play. I don't see a whole lot happening this morning. Very light volume. Again, I'm just moving with the overall market, right? If you see this pop over the last couple of weeks, that's his overall market play that we're seeing here. ASTS. Yeah, it's a great day yesterday, so be on the lookout for that one. No, I don't hate cats, but it's not my preferred choice to go to. But no, I don't hate cats. CCL. No, not really in play. I don't see anything happening there. Did a pop yesterday. I think just overall market move. Other than that, we don't see anything happening there. There we go. What else, friends? Cats in a box. Yeah, how many people are let me look at my chat to our members chat. How many people are cat and dog? Just type in cat or dog, depending on what you prefer. Not saying that if you pick one, you hate the other one. Doesn't have to be like that. We don't got to be so dramatic. Just put what your preference is. Dog, 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 dog. Oh, this is a dog community.
You know my
cats.
preference, Carlos. I love cats.
I know yours is cats 100%. All right, how about on YouTube? YouTube is dog, 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 cat.
I should.
Okay. YouTube is very mixed.
I should load up my cat video that I did in Japan on a boring day. If it's a very boring day, I'll show you guys some clips.
We'll do that. Okay. See, YouTube is very mixed, but our chat, our members, a lot more dogs than cats there. All right, I see Brian is not Brian. I see Andrew is ready to go. Brian is also hopping in ready to go with his beautiful sign back there, Bearwood Traders.
You went to the cat cafe. I guarantee it.
Oh, I went to Cat Island. There's several cat islands where it's just full of feral cats. It's amazing.
Good morning, everybody. Right. What are you guys talking about? What is this cat and dog? What's happening?
We're getting the chat going here. Friends, have a great trading. We'll let you go with Andrew and Brian. Have a great one. Hit that thumbs up over on YouTube and take care.
Trade smart, everybody. Have a great day.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
So, Brian, how are we gonna make money today?
I don't know yet. Nothing is sort of standing out. Baba looks interesting, although you never know what it's going to do at the open.
Baba is up 2%. That is interesting.
Got a big order at 82.60. Mm-hmm.
So you guys should be able to see my screen right now in the chat room. In the YouTube guys, good morning. As you know the drill. If we get to 700 likes, we give a laptop. 1,000 likes, 2 laptops. So go ask your family, your fiance, your secret lovers, come and like. So market is gapping down a little bit. We had a really amazing run yesterday.
We've had a great run, a great record run after that low.
I know somebody needs some sort of explanation. What exactly happened? In 3 days we dropped and then it bounced back in. Unbelievable. This market is definitely
yeah. Ratzilla made a few calls.
I think honestly, and I think this CING is popping up, but this is a low float stock. The float is less than 1 million. This one is really tricky to trade. You see goes up 10, then boom, drops to $9. Careful if you're trading this one, very small share size.
we've had a big run up over the last 8 days. I mean, we just this might be a Friday pause day, just digest the gains going into a weekend. So
end of the year market is going to make all-time high for you in 2 days. Like, it doesn't, the way that the market is going up and down, you don't need the 2 months to get to all-time high. It's going to, like, what is Dow? Dow should be very close to all-time high now. Yeah, so Dow all-time high is at 413. Now we're trading at 405. Yeah, don't worry about that part. Market is making all-time high for you like a boss. What do you, Jared, look? Jared is watching NVIDIA AMD CING ASTS. Yes, T Space Mobile. Wow, what a day yesterday. Did we trade it yesterday, ASTS? Look at that.
Yeah, had a big pop yesterday. I don't think it did. I think that was later in the day because I don't know. It took right off right at the open. Yeah, I don't recall anybody mentioning it. Jared was trading in that last week too. I remember he had that on his watch list.
Very, very interesting.
Space Mobile. See, AMD looks like. Tesla orders to the downside.
The daily chart is interesting. NVIDIA and the daily chart is also interesting.
NVIDIA's popping. Tesla's dropping.
Brian, do you still have the calls at 100 on Starbucks?
I've got, I sold half of them, but I've still got 5 left. Yeah, I think they look good for today.
Yeah, I don't think a Starbucks is going to move 7%.
No.
Baba is up. Baba, interesting. What's the Amazon doing? Amazon doing also.
I can show you what NVIDIA looks like. It doesn't look like much. Starting to show a big bid to the upside here at 125. But that's $3 out of the money, so it might be a no intention to fill. So we'll see what happens at the open. I would be surprised to see a drop. Tesla's moving sort of down here.
ASTS is a meme stock. See what volume is ASTS. Today is a Friday. August. Well, the market has been pretty good so far in August. Well, let's see where we're gonna get. My brain still hasn't waken up.
All right, 10 seconds to the open. Here we go, people.
Ding.
Ding, ding.
Here we go. ASTS is interesting. The volume is interesting on ASTS. Where were you in my life? Maybe we can get a red to green move on it. AMD, NVIDIA.
Looking at Tesla.
Dried on the ASTS, but Tesla is interesting for the red to green.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a short here.
Yeah. Oh, you want to short it? Oh shit.
Well, right at the VWAP, but I'm not.
If it closes above the VWAP, I consider Tesla for a long opening and break up, but it didn't. ASTS, kind of weird price action.
Oh, it might be a long. I don't know.
NVIDIA, AMD, NVIDIA also trying to come up. Potentially open range break up on NVIDIA if you can go one minute range break.
Shorted small size of Tesla.
179.
I'm short Tesla.
Long NVIDIA. I don't know if it's a good thing or bad.
And see what it does here. It's my break even now.
Shorting Tesla or long Tesla?
Shorted Tesla right around here to 212.50. It did drop, but now it's going. Looks like it's going to go higher.
So if NVIDIA go up about 122, I add a little bit more. Actually, I added more, but no, it's going to drop.
I'm getting out of Tesla. Don't like it.
Maybe tricky Tesla. Tesla might be actually a good long.
Yeah.
I'm going to add some long. Actually, I'm going to go long Tesla, 212.90. Let's squeeze Brian. Everybody, let's go.
I'm out of it. I'm out of it.
I'm long Tesla. Haha, Tesla's going to go green.
Yeah.
NVIDIA is also going to go green.
Yeah, I flipped my position long.
Let's squeeze Brian.
I'm long Tesla now.
You're long? Okay, that's not a squeeze Tesla. So I'm long NVIDIA. I want to see if now NVIDIA stays above the VWAP. Same as Tesla. Tesla potentially red to green. I add a little bit more on Tesla here, 213.15. Let's see NVIDIA and Tesla are going to go green. I like Tesla more. Closer to the...
I'm selling some Tesla here at 73, 213.73. It's probably going to stall here.
Diamond hand, man. Don't sell.
Oh, look at him. Yeah, NVIDIA's rocking the Casbah.
Brian, don't sell too early. Diamond hand.
Damn.
Come on, diamond hand.
It's at PDC that's a good place to take some profits.
Let's see if NVIDIA is continue going higher too. I haven't partial anything yet. Tesla, I want to partial red to green. Market is kind of iffy. Come on. Yes, guys, NVIDIA. Now I'm partialing NVIDIA because I have a big size. Tesla, it went green. Partialing at 214.08.
Yeah, selling a little more here, 214.
Yes. Look at this beautiful life that we are having together. NVIDIA is going to go green too, guys. Andrew Aziz made money. 215 on Tesla. NVIDIA won green.
Here we go. 215. It's coming up. Here we go. Sold some more.
This is so good. This is very
Bob
nice
is,
right now.
Bob is popping up too.
NVIDIA is going to go green. Are you ready? Who's ready for NVIDIA green? Jared, are you in there with me?
Wow, ASTS is going.
With me? With the new laptop or with the old laptop, Luis? Which one? Very important. So if NVIDIA goes green, that would be very nice. Which is going green? Come on, NVIDIA. I'm going to buy a computer with an NVIDIA graphic card today, so I think it's a very bullish sign. ASTS is also hitting the scanner. Let's see what that guy doing.
Wow, PLTR is ripping.
And it just touched the NVIDIA study just touched the previous day close. Yeah, PLTR is hitting a scanner too. Let's see what PLTR is doing.
Yeah. ASTS.
Concerning. Tesla, I'm adding, setting more. PLTR is also super interesting.
Yeah, PLTR could be going to 32. There's a big order there. It's really extended though.
So NVIDIA looks like it's struggling at the previous day close. Tesla is better. If anything, I want to add some Tesla here. Let's see if we can get a breakout break.
Yeah, Tesla got some orders at 216.
Let's get that, Brian.
Still holding some for 216.
216. 216, Brian.
This is yesterday's high.
Oh, is
here on Tesla? Yeah.
Oh, if you break out that one, we're gonna go higher. That is very interesting level. Oh, beautiful, Brian. Are sharing 2584. Closing that. I have 4,000 shares of Tesla. NVIDIA, unfortunately, I have a lot of shares. That doesn't look good at all.
AMAT is dropping.
So NVIDIA might actually go up too. I'm adding a little more on NVIDIA here, 122.46, although our focus should be on Tesla. Tesla is our main spouse.
There's 216. Selling more here.
Beautiful Tesla. What a beautiful trade on Tesla, Brian.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wanted to just squeeze you. Nice. That's why I went long. It turned out to be a good.
It looked like it was going to drop, but then it just bounced back. That's why I just thought it was a good position to flip on.
NVIDIA is going to go green too again, guys. NVIDIA is going to go green, and I have a lot of NVIDIA in my pocket. Oh, there you go. So 123. Yes, 123 selling now, partial. SPY is making highs. Like, see, our community is making money even in a Friday in August. What else do you want?
Awesome.
What else? Oh, look at that.
Ooh, nice. Just played NVIDIA through 123.
Brian, you
That was
noticed that
easy.
you're just making trades today, huh? You have no contribution to the community. It's just my trades.
Well, would you have been looking at Tesla without me?
That's true. All right.
Pierre. Let's see what Pierre did. Pierre did AMD.
Wow. Yes, now I'm partial. I'm getting out more.
Hell yeah.
When IWM is green already. SPY is green.
Yeah, TNA is gone green.
I know. I have TNA, and I saw the TNA calls at 41 for next week. I really hope that next week TNA closes at 40.99. So I make money on both sides. So here's my position, guys. I can show it on my screen. The positions that I have 4,000 shares of NVDA, and I have 1,000 shares of Tesla left. I have TNA, and I have covered calls on TNA, which I sold at 41. So I had a pretty awesome day. I am not going to make any other trade. Because the life is pretty good right now.
Yes, boss. Well, I swung some Tesla yesterday too, so I still have that in my account.
Yeah, ASTS is also pretty nice. It's going up like a boss.
Is it above 31 now? Oh, it's at 30. It's almost at 35. Wow.
35.
Wow.
What's the float rate? It's not a low float either, huh?
Bob is still going.
It's 128 million shares.
Meta's having trouble today. It's not doing great. It's gap down. Microsoft's down.
Brian, that's the 2 to 17. It doesn't give us a pullback to add.
No.
Serious FOMO going on.
They still got some. They got some orders at 218 and 220.
Mr. Pessim, how's your day going?
Si, senor. It's been good. I'm glad I flipped my position on Tesla. And
Scott, that was a heck of a trade on ASTS. Hopefully you're not on the funded account. Tell me that you're not on the funded account.
Are you going all in on?
If he's on a funded account, I'm broke. That's a very good trade.
Going all in on a meme stock.
I know that is hitting the criteria too, because there's no penny stacks on the funded account, but this one I think hits the criteria. So I am fucked if people are trading this. GME is garbage. Why did you even mention it? Field is interesting. Nice, Aaron. You're in Glacier National Park today. You made money on Tesla from Glacier National Park. That's very interesting.
Google had a little bit of a breakout there today.
Break up or break down?
It broke what was gapping down at the open, and now it's had a bit of a breakout as soon as it opened. Of course, everybody's concerned about what's going to happen to Google because of this antitrust. So all these big tech companies, they all try to claim that they should be left alone because government's trying to stifle innovation, but it's actually these big companies that just drown out the upstarts, the ones that actually are trying to innovate.
So NVIDIA came down. My average on NVIDIA is 121.89. So I don't know what to do with this guy. It might be super choppy. Tesla is bouncing back. Tesla potentially 920, huh? I mean, I did the no, it's still far from 920. I'm gonna add a little bit on Tesla here, 216. My average, I'm gonna bring my average to 214.50. Let's see if it's gonna go higher or not. I don't want to add too much because I don't want my average to be way too high. 17. Oh, there you go. Look at this average.
Yeah, it's just bopping around the PDC.
Wow, look at that. Did you guys on YouTube traded that? Anyone traded Tesla with us? Very nice, guys. PLTR to the moon too, huh?
Yeah, PLTR had a pretty decent morning.
Nice, guys. Very nice. Guys, there's so much potential in this trading, man. There is so much potential. You see that I cannot, you see my lifestyle all the time, trading, traveling. Nice, Roy. $14,000 Tesla, 210 calls. Yes. I would have made a nice call on that. You made more than me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
NVIDIA is going to go back up too, huh? Super interesting. Should I add an NVIDIA?
Yeah. NVIDIA is near this Friday high or Thursday high.
Okay, I'm going to add an NVIDIA too at 123. And that, let's see if NVIDIA can go break up high of the day too. Tesla partially now, 217.15. Tesla is going to go up higher. Samir, what did you trade? Nice. What a beautiful simulator is that, Samir. What a beautiful simulator. Trading terminal. Somebody built it for free for you.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
When is their NVIDIA earning? Next week or today? Or when is their NVIDIA earning? Is it next week?
It's a good question.
You know that answer. NVIDIA earning 28. It's 28. Yeah. I'm unfortunately in Burning Man at that time. I am in Burning Man, so
give me your account. I'll trade it for you.
No, thank you. I am in Burning Man.
You don't trust me?
No, I don't. You want to go doodly doodly with my accounts? No.
Yeah.
I'm partialing NVIDIA, guys.
Whole
NVIDIA broke half today. NVIDIA partial broke up today. AMD is also hitting the scanner. AMD was nice too. AMD broke half today. Very nice ABCD pattern.
whole new ball game.
Guys, the Lamborghini that I
124.
wanted to buy a Lamborghini, and I tried to lowball, and the guy sold it. We were so close to make a deal. I can't believe that I lost that Lamborghini.
They came and bought it right out from underneath you.
I didn't think that Lamborghini is so be liquid. And I thought that I'm gonna throw a low ball, and then we agreed on $350,000. And I told him, give me 1 year extra warranty. He said, I can't give you 1 year extra warranty. I said, you're Lamborghini Vancouver. You can do whatever you want. And then 2 days later, I text him and said, I sold. So, shit. Is it really that liquid? I didn't know that people buying and selling Lamborghini that much. I thought that I'm the only person.
See, what recession?
Yeah, fuck recession. That's why market is going up. People are snapping Lamborghini from each other. There is no recession. I thought in this market, I have the upper down.
Yeah, there's no recession for the rich.
There is no recession really for the rich. Honestly, if anything, just rich are getting richer. Like my money is sitting, getting 5% return for doing nothing. Yeah. That makes sense. Like, the people who have money, they give them more money. The people who don't have money, they charge them like, fees and stuff. That makes perfect sense. You have so much money, here's more. 5% every month. Here. You guys don't have any, but come up. $20 insufficient fund fee. Come up. Makes perfect sense.
Well, you think of the in Canada we have this thing called the tax-free savings account. So if you can put a certain amount of money in each month, and you can do trade stocks or whatever, and it accumulates tax-free. But the problem is if you don't have an extra $5,000 or $6,000 to stick in that account, then it does you nothing. So you're poor. You don't get to take advantage of that. If you're rich, you get to put money away tax free.
Yeah, the system is totally rigged. Like RTFSA is equal to your IRA account. All right, so we sold some NVIDIA, we sold some Tesla.
So people like Andrew are making money, robbing from the poor to buy his Lamborghini.
My account, I have an account, a smaller account that is 452,000 right now, and it's not on my TFSA. I don't know why am I not putting it on my TFSA, and I have to pay taxes. A lot of taxes on it. All right, so I don't think I'm going to trade anything. I had a really good day. Super nice day. I can't believe that. So this is my open position, guys, again. I can't believe that on a Friday in August 16, we made some.
Yeah,
I don't have a TFSA, Kyle. Actually, I should open a TFSA through Interactive Brokers. You can open that. And I don't know why I haven't done that. That account was losing money actually in 2022, but we turned it around.
ASTS just keeps grinding higher.
Oh yeah, it's at R3.
It's like musical chairs. Where does the party end?
All right, so this is the situation in our account right now, which is pretty reasonable. SPY, a bit IWM is up, which is good. You have TNA. Brian, is that okay? This trade that I did, I sold calls at 41 and my average is at 39.26. So my profit is capped at 41. Is that reasonable, or should I cover both of them?
We have to look at the IWM and just see see where it might hit some resistance.
That doesn't seem like a good trade to me. It's telling me that's idiotic trade.
I don't think so. I mean, you have options. Excuse the pun, but you have options if you get to the expiry date, and you're getting called away. I mean, you can buy the calls and roll them up, buy the calls back, and then sell higher ones. Stay in the position.
Oh, I see why I have to accept the loss, huh?
Yeah. But you're still up on the actual position.
Yeah,
there's a gap fill here on at about 216 on IWM.
Yeah, you're right. 215.10. Yeah. Maybe I might as well hold it, huh? Guys, I sold more Tesla 218.33. Mrs. NVIDIA is doing nothing. IWM is pushing, huh?
Yeah, IWM's going up.
It's pretty actually strong today. All the indexes are red. These 2,000 garbage.
It's partly because all the interest rates are down this morning. The yields are all down. So I'm guessing that's why people are moving into IWM. It's risk on, baby.
Is anyone living here? Anyone is from Alberta that knows a lawyer? I wanna move to Alberta. Anyone in Canada that can have a lawyer that can set up a company for me in Alberta? I want to move out of British Columbia. I'm done with this province. Any corporate lawyer that can set up a company for me? I want to move to Alberta. I'm done with this province of British Columbia. If anyone knows, can you email me? And I want a lawyer to set up my companies in Alberta.
I know a bunch of lawyers in Alberta.
Oh, hell yeah. Let's do it today. I am done. I want to buy my Lamborghini also in Alberta because there's only 5% tax. Here you have to pay 25% tax on luxury cars. 25%. You got to be kidding me. Like in a $300,000 car, you have to pay $80,000 just in taxes. I'm done with this province.
Let the rich eat cake.
I have employees in Calgary. So I have employees in Calgary. So I'm moving in Calgary.
Yeah, I have a lot of contacts in Calgary. I know some lawyers there too.
Alberta is like Texas in Canada, like a very conservative, cowboys, cowgirls, very business friendly. I love that. I'm moving to Alberta. And so beautiful, yeah. Quebec is 40% tax on it. Jesus.
What are the taxes in Dubai?
Dubai, if you have a free zone company, meaning that your operation is in Dubai, but your business is outside of UAE, is zero tax. But if you actually do business within Dubai or within the kingdom, you actually have to pay 7% tax. So a lot of people think Dubai is tax-free always, but no. As long as you're in a free zone company, like me, for example, would be a free zone company, it's tax-free. But you cannot do directly that business with Dubai. All right, so let's stop by talking about the taxes, guys. Let's talk about how to get money.
I've snuck in a bit of a trade on ASTS.
So what do we have here? IWM is going up. Oh,
Yeah,
SPY is popping up.
ASTS is it's going to go to 40.
Oh, it's on fire.
Jared's long.
We should have got into ASTS, man. All right, Tesla is also popping too. It seems like some sort of a news, huh? What was that sentiment?
Consumer sentiment. Yeah, I think it was consumer sentiment.
Consumer sentiment is good.
They're enjoying
I'm
life.
telling you, they snapped my Lamborghini. Like there is no recession. Right, so I'm gonna sell some here at Tesla.
So we had the Michigan consumer sentiment expectations, 5-year inflation expectation.
Good.
Tesla's breaking out here. It's going to go to 220.
You know, R3 is 219, 230. SPY when it got green. IWM is still leading the charge.
Yeah. Tesla's at right at R3.
Nice, Mike. Wow. So IW is going up like a boss. Tesla, selling some more Tesla. What a great day, man. I can't believe the 2 trades. I didn't even get stopped out on neither one of them. That is a good trading day. NVIDIA looks like it wants to do another push up. Kind of did
Looks
the
like
920. Yeah, it looks like it did some sort of a 920. It's not a super 920 trade, but so sentiment, what the sentiment says that people are hopeful about future.
Yeah.
So what about you guys in chat room? You guys hopeful about future? You must be. That's why you're here.
Everybody's hopeful. What's not to be hopeful about?
It's not really. Really nice guys. Very, very nice. This is absolutely interesting, trading. All right, so I don't think I'm going to open a new position. I had a really solid day. ASTS. Let's focus on this. Let's lose our money on ASTS. Shit, it's dropping now.
SPY went green on the day. SPY went out here high of day yesterday.
SPY went green quickly and came down. IWM is pulling back. I would love to IWM trades around 215 forever. so I can make money on
NVIDIA.
calls. And all right, NVIDIA break of
NVIDIA is
5 today.
going
I'm selling some more.
Yeah.
I should have added more on NVIDIA.
I
Tesla
know,
also
when
still
it
have
pulled back.
Wow.
Here we
This
go.
is so easy.
124. 124 on NVIDIA. Here we go. There we go. Ching ching.
Wow.
That was easy.
It's super nice.
Tesla. Tesla looks like it wants to go to 220.
Tesla wants to 220. NVIDIA is going to 125. Qs are going to go green. SPY is green. We are making money for now. Yeah. Trading day. I couldn't believe that Peter said that. Peter, when he said in the morning that it's going to be a good trading day, I said Peter had no idea. It's going to be a very choppy day. But now I need to respect Peter more.
But now, yeah.
Guys, thank you for signing up for Colombia. I think it's going to be an amazing trip. I'm actually very, very, very happy that you guys sign up for Colombia. It's going to be a really good trip. And believe me, if you want to see Colombia, this is a really good deal because we're all going to put our pool money together. So it's going to be super cheap. Like for like something like $200 a day, you get a super luxury food and accommodation and everything. You know, you can travel cheaper in Colombia, but you know, you're going to stay in probably very cheap motels or really bad Airbnbs. There are some shitty Airbnbs in Colombia. I have stayed in one of them. But at this point, no, seriously, the way that like I booked for something like Penthouse was horrible. If you really want to see Colombia, this is a really good way of seeing it because you're sharing all the costs together. And I'm probably subsidizing it to some extent. We have like 2-3 people per position left, not position, spots left. And then we are awesome. So it's December 1st to December 9th. So sign up now. If you cannot make it, you can transfer it to someone else. No refund, but it's transferable. Because I know that things is going to change by December. Some people want to come at last minute. Some people cannot make it last minute. So you can transfer it. But we're going to probably close it soon because we have to start planning for it. And the only thing that you should do is you should fly to Medellin. And then we pick you up. That's it. And then flight to Medellins are super cheap right now if you book it. Like I show it to you, I prove it to you. Let me prove it to you. Like say, for example, if November 30th, you fly one way from Expedia, Vancouver to Medellin. Vancouver is a very expensive airport to fly out because there's not a lot of flights. So if you fly one way, $293, one stop. This is great. Get it. Go get it before it's gone. $269. No, that one is not great because $470 one stop United. This one is a really good flight. This is Canadian dollar too, by the way. So, what else do you want? Or you can fly on 29. This is it. If you book it now, it's going to be cheap.
So what's business class?
Business. Let's see what the business class is. You got to be fucking kidding me. $577. Oh, that has two stops though. That's cheap. Nah, this one is tricky because you have a very short thing on Dallas.
Is it where's the second stop in Panama City?
Miami.
Miami. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't fly business class. It's not worth it. I don't think it's worth it. I mean, from Vancouver, it's not worth it because the flight is in the morning. You fly during the day. If you get an exit row, it's the same as business class. I usually don't get business class if it's not overnight. These long haul flights is worth paying, but so I'm
And they
getting
don't
out more
have
on that.
We don't have the lie down seats on that aircraft either.
Yeah, it's okay. It doesn't, if it's during the day, 4 or 5 hours, you don't need to sleep. So, yeah, so that is the plan. Join us. It's going to be really fun. We're going to see Brian in his natural habitat. Now imagine if we trade all cool together like this. Would it be cool if we all trade in the same room together like this?
How many people are going to be on it? I think we're looking at 30 in total, right?
Oh, probably less. With spouses, probably less. Maybe 25, 23, 4. Because people are bringing partners and stuff too. So
Yeah. Like, how often do you get to hang out with Jared and Megan and Peter?
yeah, they're fun. Especially Peter is really fun. I'm very happy that Peter come. Peter is really fun. The trading in Colombia won't be live on video cam. Yeah, we can do it. But we're gonna give you all sorts of FOMO that we can possibly. So we're gonna make you really have FOMO. All right, NVIDIA is going up. R3 as 12460. I guess I'm gonna keep it for R3. The rest of my position. I don't have much left. I have only 900 shares left. Happy with our life right now. All right, Chris signed up. Thanks, Chris. Chris joined us. One more. Anyone? Chris, sign up. Chris, are you in British Columbia? Have you met Chris? Yeah, we're gonna probably go to see Pablo. December 1st is actually this Escobar's day in Medellin because they really like him. So there's fireworks and stuff in his honor. I was there last year. And then I posted a video on Instagram about, hey, look at the firework for Escobar's day. And the Instagram didn't approve that post. He said your post contains a material that violates even the name of Pablo Escobar contains.
Interesting.
So we are done with the day. I am done at least. ASTS is going red. Jared, did you short it? This is unbelievable. ASTS.
I don't think you can. You can't short it. There's nothing available for short.
You can, isn't it?
Oh, can you? I thought it said H. Okay, I thought it said when I looked at it, I thought it said. Oh no, you're right. It can short. Yeah, I thought it said HTB at one point.
No, it looks like float. It's 120 million shares float. The other one is CIGN was a little bit low float. Tesla. I still have some Tesla. I still have some NVIDIA.
NVIDIA is going to go to 50, 124.50 maybe. An order there. Here we go. Awesome.
NVIDIA, guys, is popping up. I'm partially not NVIDIA.
Yeah, just I sold some 124.60. Wow.
SPY
ASTS
green.
is, Qs are going green. Next, SPY's green. Ooh, we're getting ASTS is looking like it might actually halt to the downside.
That is a disaster. Hopefully nobody has anything in there.
$1.3 million shares available for short.
Peter said this morning that he was going to look into it, and I know he has a short bias, so maybe you can blame him.
Peter's short. Yes.
No, I don't know. He said he was just going to put it on his watch list, and I know how he likes to short stocks.
Interesting. I love how Brent, our production manager, is commenting on trading and stuff. Do you see how I convert people to trade there? Brent had no idea what trading is, and he's working for us for how long? 1 month? Now
It's
he's a
been
trader.
about
He's commenting on that. 4 months, yeah.
But I'm probably the definition of dumb money. I just try to make safe bets when I can.
Next time I'm making a trade, and so Andrew, this is not a good opening range breakout. Please do not trade it. Like, imagine.
No, I don't know that much. Do not listen to me for financial advice.
Imagine, this is how it is.
I don't think Peter.
See, my production manager trades better than you guys. You're losing money.
I don't think Peter had the balls to short ASTS.
Oh, it would have been perfect for him.
Scott did a very nice short on that.
He hasn't got the balls for it.
Peter's getting ready to come to defend.
Okay, first off, I take exception to not having the kahunas for it. That is an incorrect characterization of my statement of my position. However, I am not short ASTS. Unfortunately, I was watching it. I was waiting for the short. It just didn't give me a setup I could take, which is unfortunate because it does look lovely, doesn't it?
There was no mountain pass.
Yeah. I did try and short Tesla with you at the open. I got out at break even, so I got, it wasn't harmed at all. But obviously, Tesla was clearly not a short at the open.
Clearly not.
Just a reminder to everybody out there on YouTube, thanks for sticking with us. We appreciate your thumbs. Always give those to us. And we do have a special guest. Aiman should be coming on in about 11 minutes or so. So he's going to talk to us about trading in multiple time frames. So a little bit of advice on a Friday that'll be worth stay tuned for. So
coming to you live from the Russian front.
Live from Aiman's fancy room. Hopefully we'll get him on his camera. He's got to set up this fancy room with. You're not the only one with neon, Brian. He was original neon.
I know.
Background.
Kaiser, nice trade on ASTS. You caught that one. That was nice. And we got Pierre. Pierre was traded AMD very nicely. Baba's been strong. Continues to push higher.
NVIDIA.
Okay, here's what I think we do, Andrew. We sell the Tesla 220 calls expiring today.
How much we're collecting?
We can lose all our money in one fell swoop.
Oh, today, no, let's do it. I'm all about doing naked things. 220, collect 80 cents. No, actually,
Yeah.
220 is so close.
75.
Oh, yeah, no, it's tricky, man. This is too dangerous.
Yeah.
What about? Yeah, no, it's a little bit tricky. But you got a risk. No risk, no gain. No. Does the Tesla, what's the daily chart look like on Tesla? No, that bastard can go up $20 a day. What about we selling 220 and then we buy some 225 calls so we protect ourselves? How's that?
Get roughly 90 cents and then spend 15 cents.
The 220, we collect 90 cents, then we pay 10 cents for protection, 15 cents for protection. Not a bad idea. For $5.
Can almost get $1 now. So that's, let's just say 80 cents, $5 protection.
Does it make sense or no?
Yes.
No, I'm no expert in this kind of things. You have a book on options. You got to answer that question.
It's not great. And I'm just I'm looking at some other stocks. Netflix always has decent premium.
Setting something on NVIDIA. Setting calls 125. You're gonna get now. Not worth it. I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah.
What about Baba? But does Baba have put option?
I don't think so.
85. No, it's Hardwell. Why is the Baba doesn't have any premium? What about ASTS? ASTS is good, probably a good option chain right now. ASTS at 30.
Yeah, but it's super volatile. That's the only problem. I mean, that could really hurt you. I mean, it could well be looking like it's trying to hold 28 here right now, 28.50.
Yeah, I think ASTS is done, honestly. So what is the news on ASTS? Is it a meme stock or there is actually some news on it? Is there any really news on ASTS? Is there just a meme stock?
I know there's not a lot of ways. Space-based cellular broadband network. First commercial satellite launch. You know, there's you've got SpaceX. There's not a lot of stocks you can play that that take advantage of the that are based on space. So maybe, I don't know, maybe this is one of those ones that everybody is jumping in because because SpaceX is so highly valued. I think there's a Canadian company that is Donald Detweiler.
How's the YouTube guys doing? How was your trading day on YouTube?
TSX MDA.
Good, but not enough to go to Colombia. 4K on NVIDIA. Hell yeah. That is a good profit.
Hell yeah. IWM kind of sold off after that nice run up.
I know. Well, that's perfect for me.
PLTR is still going. God.
Yeah, PLTR is super nice bounce. It's not all-time high. Yeah, no, I don't think.
No, but it's a really nice run. God, it was like 2 weeks ago. It was at $21. Now it's at 32.
Yeah. It's an amazing run up. I agree with you.
We're still got buyers here. Pullbacks getting bought. NVIDIA.
Okay, Andrew and Brian, we're going to switch over soon to Carlos and Aiman. If you want to say goodbye to YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, so guys, YouTube guys, there is the Aiman is talking based on the multiple time frame. What does that mean? That means that you look at the different time frame and make a decision based on 3 or 4, 2 or 3 different time frames. Somehow I do it with 1 at 5, but Aiman I think is using it 15 minutes and 30 minutes too. He also has a course on multiple time frame, which is a very short and sweet course. So he's going to talk about that, and I think it's a very, very, very powerful way of trading for the people that cannot trade like me and scalping like in a matter of minutes and seconds. So if you want to have more like a trade in the more swing mentality, take the positions and be patient during the day on it, I think the trades that Aiman does based on the higher time frame can help you a lot. So you can switch to YouTube if you want to see what he has to say, and of course Aiman is a really good trader. And he has also a very short course in Trading Terminal that talks about this. I think it's like $100 or $200. It's pretty cheap if you want to join his course. He also has, that comes with the mentorship and his private premium group as well. If you want to check it out. So having said that, guys, thank you so much. And we are going to give a lot of laptops next week if you support our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Have a good weekend, everybody.
All the best.
Take care.
All right. Awesome, everybody. All right, YouTube, welcome, guys. We have Aiman. Aiman, good to see you, man. You're all there in the dark. This looks like one of those interviews where they blur your face and we start asking you, man. You start like talking about stuff you're not supposed to. This is what this looks like here. But good to see you, man.
Thank you, Carlos. Thank you.
You got a great topic today, mastering the day trading with multiple time frames analysis. And I think you broke this down into 3 pieces, as I have here, which I got from you: developing the bias, finding the zone, and looking for an entry signal. So look forward to what you have to say on that. And over on YouTube, as he's going through this, if you guys have any questions, throw them on there towards the end. We'll try to get to all your questions over on YouTube. So yeah, man, love to hear what's going on there, and it gives an insight on this topic. Oh, I think you're on mute.
Had a great trading day with Andrew. No, am I on mute?
No, you're good now. You're good.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. So like I was saying, guys, first of all, hello. I hope you all had a great trading day with Andrew. Today, I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite topics, which is multiple time frame analysis. This is the way I trade. Multiple time frame analysis is a game changer for day traders, especially when you're looking to make informed decisions based on scalping or trend trading intraday. You can even scalp, by the way, when you're using the multiple time frame analysis. And to do that, I usually look at 3 different time frames or 3 different charts. You could use any, but for me personally, it's 3 different charts. The first thing I look for is the weekly chart and the daily chart. You might be wondering, why would you be looking at the weekly chart and the daily chart when you are day trading? I just look at them to develop the bias. Looking at the weekly chart and the daily chart tells me whether today is going to be a long day, a short day, or a no trade day. I need to know exactly where the market is headed when I look at the daily chart and when I look at the weekly chart. I avoid these chops when the market is channeling, and I love trading when the market is more trending on the weekly and the daily chart. Also, when I look at the weekly and the daily chart, I could tell which strategy I'm going to trade. When the market is trending, I love trading ABCD patterns, trend continuation setups, breakout setups, or the pinpoint strategy. When the market is more channeling or going sideways, this is where I look for reversals because there is no direction. We can't really tell where the market is headed, and I avoid holding on for longers. The second thing that I'm doing when I'm using multiple time frame analysis is looking at a smaller time frame, which is the 30-minute chart or the 60-minute chart. I use them to find the zone, or how we love calling it, the area of interest. Basically, where exactly do I want to make my entry at? I know that I want to play long based on the daily and the weekly, but I don't know exactly where I want to get to the long side or to the short side. This is where I use the 60-minute chart, identify trend lines, and identify horizontal lines, which are support and resistance areas. This is just tells me where exactly I want to play the stock at. It doesn't tell me which strategy I'm going to be playing. It could be a breakout. It could be a reversal play. And for that, I go to the third step, which is looking for an entry signal using the 1-minute chart and the 5-minute chart. Once I've identified the zone on the 60-minute chart or the level, I want to see how the price behaves around this level. It could be reversal, it could be breakout. And how do I decide whether it's a breakout or a reversal? Depending on how it approaches this level. If the stock dumps from the high, let's say pre-market high or from the market open, all the way down into the level, I want to confirm that this level is holding. And I'm going to be playing an intraday reversal to the long side into the direction of the daily, the weekly, and the 60-minute chart, and I'm going to hold on longer to this trade. If the level that I'm interested in is sitting above the current price, I call it a breakout level. Ideally, I want to see that the 60-minute chart is ranging below this level, and I'll be looking for a break above this level into the direction of the daily and the weekly. So just to keep it simple, one, I use the weekly chart and the daily chart to develop the bias. Is today long, short, or a no day? If it's a no day trade or a no trade day, I don't trade. Second thing, I look at the 60-minute chart to confirm the zones, find the levels, and understand where exactly I want to play the stock at. And finally, I look at the 1-minute chart and the 5-minute chart to see how the price behaves around the level that I found to play it into the direction of the daily and the weekly. It's that simple, but it helps me a lot. Hope this was clear. If you have any questions, guys, feel free to throw them down. If not, I'm going to give you just a small extra tip by the end.
Yeah, awesome, man. I like that. I have a question here. So, when you're developing the bias, it's more of a thesis of what's really going to happen. Like, you're not letting this bias say, "Hey, we're going to go long today," because the stock can fail and become a short. Right? It can be the opposite, obviously. But I guess by you waiting for those confirmations, you're not going to take it the opposite direction, even if it's a great short. You just won't take that opportunity, right? If the weekly and the daily don't match what you're looking to do.
This is actually a good question. This is a good question, by the way. We never control the markets. We can't tell where the market is going to be headed to, and all we can do is just find some hints and clues according to our trade book, right? So the way I usually trade is by understanding where the next candle is going to go to, and most of the time I try to predict where the daily or the weekly candle is going to go to. Then I look at the smaller time frames to play it into the direction of the daily and the weekly. Sometimes it's not doing that. It does the exact opposite. And when it does the opposite, I just avoid trading. I don't take the trade. There are opportunities, and Carlos said it, sometimes it's a great setup to the short side. If I like something to play it against the daily and the weekly, it means that I'm not playing the daily and the weekly. I'm playing maybe the 60-minute chart or something that I saw on the 5-minute chart to the short side against the daily and the weekly. And in this particular case, it will be more of a scalp or a momentum. You can see Andrew is more of a scalper and momentum trader, and he said it. The 1-minute chart and the 5-minute chart are more than enough for me to make my to build my decision making. For me, when I hold on longer for the trade, a whole day trade, sometimes even a swing trade, I need to look at these higher time frames. So if the smaller time frame offers me a good opportunity to the short side, I could take it, but I need to be aware of the fact that it's going to be a scalp, not a trend trade.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I like that. We got a lot of questions here in the chat on YouTube, so we're going to get to some of these here. As I'm doing some of these questions, Aiman, do you have an example of this? People want to see a visual of like what it would look like on a weekly, on a daily, and then an actual trade you did, or maybe a trade you didn't do, but it was still a great setup. Do you have a sample you could show us?
I actually have a lot of examples, and I can maybe share some of them. I actually can share BA because I'm in a swing trade on it, and it's a trade from yesterday. Let me actually start first of all with the weekly chart. Unfortunately, I did not have it screenshotted, but I will show you the weekly chart. Look at this, guys, BA. Looking at the weekly chart, you could see that we're sitting at the lows of the weekly chart, around a nice level. There is a nice doji from here. We're sitting around the previous resistance. And the previous week, on the 5th of August, we closed as a bullish candle. How do traders play channels? Closer to the low of the channel, people play long. Closer to the high of the channel, they play short, or they play the break of the channel. In this particular case, we are sitting at the low of the channel, and at the low of the channel, we closed as a bullish candle. So I know that this week is going to be a long week. That's why this week I'm watching BA for a long. Now let's go to the trade that I executed yesterday on BA. Looking at it on the daily chart, you could also confirm that we are sitting at the low of the range. Now, ideally, I want to see that the daily candle closed bullish, and the day after that, play it to the long side. Sometimes I can anticipate that today is going to close as a bullish day, even though the previous day was red, if the weekly and the 60 can confirm that. Now, the weekly already confirmed that. We went through it. Looking at the 60-minute chart, you can see that we're also sitting in a range, and we're sitting at the low of the range with the previous hourly candle closing as a bullish candle. Obviously, we did break below this candle, but we still are holding the low of the range. The last thing I do, I go to the 1-minute chart and the 5-minute chart to see how the price behaves around the level. We drop into the level and we hold. A little bit of a late entry, but still is a good entry. And you could see how I could hold it throughout the whole day into the highs. And for those who are following me on X, you probably noticed my tweet. I mentioned there that I'm holding BA for a swing trade because I'm playing a weekly chart. This is exactly what I love seeing: bullish candles at the lows and then the next day playing it to the long side or holding it longer. So you could see that my entry was actually not yesterday, sorry, on 13th of August, and I am still holding on to BA for a longer run.
Nice. I like that. Very, very good there. Aiman, one question. So everybody has a strategy, and one of the things that we have as part of our strategy, as part of our trade book, is that we have criteria selection, right? Like which stocks are the best one to select for this strategy. So do you have something like that for this? Like what is it? What are the stocks that make the best candidates for this type of strategy that you're doing?
Good question. Every trader has their own trading style and they have their own stock selection criteria. For people who are scalping or playing momentum, the best thing to watch is the gappers list, because we want stocks that are volatile, stocks that run a lot intraday. For me personally, I don't watch scanners when I'm building my watch list. I have a list of stocks, 100 stocks that I'm going through on the weekend. Every Sunday at night, I go through 100 stocks, trying to pick the best stocks that have the most clean weekly charts. And I usually narrow it to 10 or 12 stocks that I watch throughout the whole week. That's the way I select my stocks. Not scanners, a list of stocks that I am familiar with, pick the best stocks throughout the week on the weekend, and watch these 5-10 stocks throughout the whole week.
Wow. That's some work there, man. That is putting some work on the back end. So that question came from Duo Shaken over on YouTube. So yeah, he's going through a whole process there. Now these 100 stocks that you have, they're made up of the top 100. This is my question now. Like, how do you calculate those 100 that you go through? Stocks you traded good in the past. Like, what makes that list?
Usually, it's stocks that are liquid, volatile, and stocks that are known. Just a simple example: Nvidia, Apple, Amazon, Tesla, RIVN, Coin, Mara, BA, BAC. It's stocks that open and have volume after the opening. I need to make sure that I will get filled with the amount of shares that I'm usually trading at. I'm not going to pick something that opens and has 1,000 shares a day or 2,000 shares a day, right? It needs to be liquid, at least like 5-10 million shares traded in intraday. The second thing that I'm looking for is the average true range. I need to make sure that the stocks that I'm trading having an average true range more than 50 cents. 50 cents is not a lot, but at least 50 cents. I need to make sure that it is going to run something and I can capitalize on it. And finally, this is obviously based on experience. I started with 10 stocks, and over time I added more stocks and more stocks. Some stocks were recommended by mentees. Some stocks are these stocks that we usually find on the pre-market show. They keep popping up on our usual names: Nvidia, Tesla, Apple, for example. And I added this list throughout the time. For now, it's 100. It could be less, it could be more over time. But like I said, liquid, having a good average true range, and most importantly, having clear patterns intraday. There are some stocks that open and they just range for the whole of the day, and that happens over and over and over. I need to make sure that the stocks that I'm watching are trending nicely intraday. You could either do it by your experience or just simply check how the stock was trading for the past month. If you like the price action, add it to the list.
Yeah. One question has to go in here. How far back over on our YouTube chat? How far back do you look on the daily and the weekly? From Diego Fernando, he's asking that because obviously, if you look forever, you can see it's always an uptrend. But what is like your sweet spot where you say 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month? What is you looking at?
I look around a period of 3 months on average, but I pay the most attention for the last 2 or 3 weeks. I need to see an overall trend, an overall range, and then the most recent trend or range to make the decision. 3 months in general and the last 3 weeks is what I pay the most attention to.
Awesome. I think we did answer this one on BA, so you kind of already know how Aiman builds his watches, but we got 2 members on chat also asking about indicators. Now, I know you spoke about ranges and how you set up your ranges based on the daily and the weekly, but how about indicators themselves? What are your main indicators that you're using on your charts?
Well, I could talk about this for hours, but I have a system to predict the range before it happens in the future. There are a lot of rules there, 3 general rules with sub rules to it. The easiest thing you could do is just visually try to see if we are trending or ranging, but obviously by doing this for more time, by getting the experience, it is going to become easier. Unfortunately, we don't have the time to talk about it all. The indicators that I'm using are moving averages, 920 MA, 5200 SMA. This is all I have on my daily and weekly. On the daily chart, I also have the average true range to understand how much the stock could run intraday. On the 1 minute chart, in addition to those, I have VWAP. It's the same indicators that most of us are using at Bearable Traders, but I have sub rules to determine whether it's a range or whether it's a trend, because for some people it could look like a trend, but in fact it's a range, and vice versa.
Yeah, excellent. 2 more questions. One is a pretty easy one. Baru Jabi, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. He's saying he's a new trader. He wants to know where to start, and he already has Andrew's book. So yes, if you have Andrew's book, read that, and then head over to bearwithtraders.com. Go through all the basic material that's there. You're gonna find Aiman doing some courses on the advanced tab, and then you're also going to find even more of his advanced courses, like more details on the stuff we're talking about. That's going to be on tradeterminal.com. He actually has a course there, which is $100, but it goes into a lot of details of what we're talking about right now. So if you want to learn more about this strategy, you can definitely head there. And Aiman, last question for you is going to be, and I know you're very good at this because I've seen your trading, I've seen your entries. You get really good entries, and you're always getting like R8, R7, you're not scalping like Andrew, me, or some of the other guys. So you're getting really big moves. So this question goes right to that. How do you identify great entries like this one to take full advantage of the trade, as I've seen you do many, many times?
Well, I'll tell you guys, what I play is a daily candle and a daily average true range. So when I trade, I need to understand where today is headed. If I can tell that today is a long day, and I'm just going to show you a simple thing. If I can tell that today is a long day, this is the daily chart on BA. If I can tell that today is a long day, I know that it's going to run around its average true range. The average true range on BA is $5. I know that today it's going to run approximately around the $5. I find the level on the 60-minute chart, which tells me approximately the pinpoint entry, where exactly I am going to enter. Finally, I use the 1 minute chart to enter, and I have a stop loss based on the 1 minute chart. So my entry is based on the one, my stop loss is tight based on the 1 minute chart, but I get the daily move because I'm playing the daily candle. That's how I get this good risk to reward ratio.
Awesome, man. Aiman, appreciate the time, man. This was awesome. A lot of great information. Even I learned a couple of, I did not know about this 100 stocks you're doing on Sunday night, man. That is that is awesome. So
trading isn't easy.
Put there. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not just showing up at 9:30 and making a couple of trades. No, it's a lot of work on the back end to get to your goals. Aiman, where can people reach you at? What is your Twitter handle?
My Twitter handle is Aiman BBT. I will write it down in the chat, guys, if you want to follow me there. If you want to reach out to me, make sure to email me, aiman@bearabletraders.com, and I'll be more than happy to answer any of your questions. It was really good talking to you guys. I hope you picked one information or two, and hopefully I'll be back in this show in the future.
Oh, you definitely will, my friend. Definitely will. Guys, take care. That wraps it up for us here on this week. We'll be back again next week at 8:30 a.m. here with Pre-Market Show with Peter. So definitely tune into that. Guys, have a great weekend. Have a great rest of the trading day. 10:30 right now. Let's see what the SPY's doing quickly here. SPY's just hanging out, pulling back a little bit. But yeah, it's been a fun morning. Hopefully the day continues to be like that, guys. Take care, trade safe, and have an amazing weekend. Aiman, thanks again, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Carlos. Bye, guys.